She says she cares. She shows you she loves you. Then suddenly she pulls back. She becomes distant, quiet, almost unreachable. Most men panic at this point. But here's the shocking truth. When a woman pulls away, it's often because she's in love. Before we break this down, do me a small favor. Hit that like button if you've ever felt this shift with a woman. And if you're new here, subscribe to Brainifying so you never miss deep insights into psychology, love, and human behavior. 1. Fear of vulnerability. Love is not simple for a woman. When she falls hard for a man, she steps into emotional territory that feels dangerous. Vulnerability is like walking into a storm without an umbrella. She knows she's exposed. She knows she can get hurt, but she still wants to be there. That's why many women, right when love feels strongest, suddenly pull away. Think about it like this. When she tells you she loves you, it's not just words. It's her giving you the key to her chest where every hidden wound, every old heartbreak, every insecurity is locked away. And that's terrifying. What if you misuse that key? What if you leave? What if you see her deepest fears and decide she's not enough? That thought alone can make her retreat, even if she loves you more than ever. I remember a story of a man who thought his girlfriend lost interest after she confessed love. She became quieter, less available, almost like a shadow of the woman he knew. He panicked, thinking she was done. But the truth was the opposite. She pulled away because she had finally revealed her heart, and it scared her more than anything. Psychologists say vulnerability triggers defense systems. When emotions get too heavy, people try to protect themselves by creating distance. For women, especially those who've been hurt before, pulling away feels safer than risking rejection. Here's the irony. The stronger her love, the more likely she is to retreat. Weak feelings don't scare her. Deep love does. So, when you see her pulling back after moments of closeness, don't rush to think it's over. In many cases, it's the most powerful proof that her love is real. 2. Testing emotional stability. Women test without always knowing they're testing. When she pulls away, it might not be because she wants space. It could be because she wants to see how you handle her absence. Here's the thing. Women crave emotional anchors. Love is like sailing through unpredictable weather, and she needs to know if you're the kind of man who panics in a storm or holds steady at the wheel. Pulling away becomes her way of checking if your love is rooted in stability or insecurity. Imagine this scenario. She suddenly goes quiet for a day or two. No texts, no calls, no warm energy, like before. Now, many men lose their minds at this point. They send 20 messages, beg for reassurance, accuse her of losing interest. But when you do that, what does it show? That your peace depends on her presence. That without her constant validation, you lose balance. But if you respond differently, if you remain calm, give her space, and continue with your life, something shifts inside her. She sees that you are grounded, that your emotions aren't tossed around by her moods, and that builds trust. Psychologists describe this as stress testing in relationships. It's not always conscious, but deep down, she wants to know if the man she loves can handle distance without falling apart. If you crumble, she questions your strength. If you stay composed, she feels safe to love you even deeper. So, when she pulls away, don't chase her frantically. Don't panic. Instead, show her that your love isn't desperate. It's steady. That steadiness is what makes her come back stronger. 3. Overthinking love. Men usually see love in straight lines. I like her. She likes me. We're together. For women, it's not that simple. Love triggers overthinking. She questions herself, the relationship, even the future. She wonders, am I enough for him? What if he gets bored? Can I really trust him with all of me? These questions can spiral until she feels overwhelmed. When this storm hits, many women retreat. Pulling away becomes her way of calming her thoughts. She's not pulling away from you. She's pulling away from her own fears. I once read about a woman who admitted that every time she loved too deeply, she'd take a few days of silence. Not because she wanted out, but because her brain flooded with what ifs. What if he leaves like the last one? What if I lose myself? What if I'm not good enough? She explained that if she didn't step back, she'd drown in the weight of those thoughts. Science supports this. Women process emotions longer and with more intensity than men. Where men might feel something and move on, women replay it, analyze it, twist it until it grows larger than life. Love for her isn't a straight line, it's a maze. And pulling away is her way of finding the exit before she gets lost completely. So when she grows distant, it doesn't always mean she's losing love. Sometimes it means her love is so strong her brain doesn't know what to do with it. She needs space not from you, but from her own thoughts. Give it, and she'll return lighter. Crowd her, and you'll only deepen the spiral. 4. Preserving her identity. Love can be intoxicating. It pulls two people so close that sometimes one risks losing themselves in the process. Women especially feel this. When she's deeply in love, she gives, she nurtures, she adapts. But in the middle of that, a fear grows. Am I losing myself? That's why some women suddenly step back when love gets intense. It's not rejection, it's preservation. She wants to remember that she's still her own person, not just your girlfriend or your wife. She wants to keep her identity intact. I recall a story of a woman who admitted she pulled away from her boyfriend after months of closeness, not because she stopped loving him, but because she felt she was slowly becoming just an extension of him. She missed her independence, her time, her old self. By pulling away, she wasn't breaking love. She was saving balance. Psychologists describe this as self-preservation in intimacy. The deeper the love, the stronger the risk of self-loss. And for women, protecting their individuality becomes as important as protecting the relationship. So if she retreats, don't see it as her leaving you. See it as her making sure she doesn't leave herself behind. If you allow her that space, if you show her that you love her individuality as much as her closeness, she'll come back more complete, more balanced, and with even stronger love. 5. Fear of losing you. This one sounds strange, but it's real. Sometimes when a woman loves you the most, she pulls away because she's terrified of losing you. The closer she gets, the scarier the idea of losing you becomes. It's almost like she'd rather distance herself first than wait for the heartbreak she fears is coming. Love makes her imagine worst-case scenarios. She thinks, what if he leaves me? What if he finds someone better? What if this ends? And those fears can become so heavy that she steps back to protect herself. A man once told me his girlfriend always grew cold whenever things were perfect between them. He thought she was sabotaging their relationship. Later, she admitted that her fear of losing him grew stronger the better things got. It felt too good to be true, she said. So, I pulled away before the pain could come. Psychology explains this as a fearful avoidant pattern. People who carry deep fears of abandonment sometimes withdraw when love feels strongest. It's not because they don't care, it's because they care too much. So if she pulls away in these moments, don't chase with desperation or accuse her of losing interest. Instead, show her with calmness that your presence is steady, that her fears don't need to come true. Often, her distance is not rejection. It's her heart screaming, I don't want to lose you. 6. The cycle of desire and distance. Here's the final truth. Love doesn't thrive on constant closeness. Desire needs space. Too much closeness suffocates. Too much distance kills. That's why women, even when they're in love, pull away. It's their way of keeping the rhythm alive. Think of it like breathing. Inhale closeness. Exhale distance. Without that cycle, the relationship loses air. Psychologists call this the pursuit-withdrawal dynamic. One partner leans in, the other steps back, and together they create the tension that fuels attraction. A woman once confessed that she sometimes ignored her boyfriend for a day, not because she stopped loving him, but because she wanted to feel the pull again. If I'm too close all the time, she said, the magic dies, but when I step back and he holds steady, my desire for him comes back twice as strong. This doesn't mean she's playing games. It's instinctive. Women know that love needs polarity, the push and pull, the space and closeness. Pulling away can be her unconscious way of keeping that fire alive. So when she distances herself, don't suffocate her with panic or neediness. Give her that breath of space. Stay calm, remain confident, and let the cycle do its work. When she feels safe, she'll return. And when she does, the spark between you will burn brighter than before. So when she pulls away, don't let fear control you. Don't assume it's the end. More often than not, it's proof of how deeply she feels. Women retreat not because they don't love, but because love makes them vulnerable, afraid, and overwhelmed. Your job isn't to chase or panic. It's to stay steady, calm, and grounded. That's what makes her feel safe enough to return. If you found value in this, hit that like button, subscribe to Brainify On, and drop a comment below. Have you ever seen a woman pull away right when love was strongest? I'll be reading your stories.